Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome back to another explainer. We take all this complex market intelligence and we actually break it down so you can use it in the real world. Today, we've got the highly awaited PVC weekly report for the first week of August 2026. This data just dropped, and let me tell you, there is a real, serious sense of urgency in these numbers. We're seeing some major shifts in global bazaar movements and future trends that you absolutely have to navigate if you're involved in buying, selling, or utilizing PVC. So if you're ready to get focused and get ahead of the curve, you are in exactly the right place.
Now, the intel we're looking at comes from Polymer Bazaar, and they operate on three core pillars: price, prediction, and profit. Because honestly, in the commodities game, you can't just react to prices. If you want to actually drive profit, you need accurate predictions, period. And that's exactly the formula we are unpacking today. We're going to use this market intelligence to make sure you're not just a passenger in this market, but you're actively driving your own procurement strategy. But before we plunge straight into the raw data, ask yourself something. Are global PVC prices defying seasonal expectations this August? Just think about your own procurement plans for a second. Are you braced for unexpected, volatile market movements, or are you kind of just banking on historical seasonal trends? Because as we're about to see, the usual rules, they might literally be going out the window this month. If your whole strategy relies on things staying calm and predictable, you need to pay very close attention to what's coming next. All right, Section 1, Global Market Roundup. So we're taking a fast-paced geographic tour here, and we are seeing intense feedstock pressure and aggressive producer pushes basically everywhere. Over in Europe, buyers are moving to the sidelines, waiting for the August ethylene contract settlements. But even so, elevated feedstock costs have already pushed FDNWE prices up by €40, landing at $9.50. Then you look at Turkey, and unconstrained supply is keeping buyers pretty cautious, with CFR prices hovering around $780. Meanwhile, over in China, things are sluggish. We're talking strictly need-based buying, holding spot prices steady at RMB 4,200. But guys, the real standout right now is what's happening stateside. Seriously? Think about this specific number, a $45 jump. In the US market, despite some notably weak demand, producers are pushing aggressively for higher prices. I mean, really aggressively. That push has driven FAS Houston prices up by $45 to $695 per metric ton. It tells you exactly how hard producers are willing to fight to maintain their margins right now. Moving on to Section 2, the Indian Bazaar Dynamics. Let's shift our focus from the macro global view down to the micro level in India, where the buying pulse is accelerating really rapidly right now. We're looking at a bunch of compounding factors here. First off, CGP announced fresh overseas offers for PVC K67 at $860 per metric ton, CIF, Nahavashiva, for August shipments. That perfectly aligns with the firmer regional sentiment we just talked about. But here's the kicker. It's not just offers, it's actual action. Converters are stepping completely off the sidelines. They're diving right back in. Why? Because looming shortages and those higher import offers are absolutely lighting a fire under them to procure right now. And then, bam, 3 rupees. Domestically, Reliance Industries hiked PVC prices by a solid 3 rupees per kilo across all grades. And listen, this wasn't some future speculative hike. This went into effect immediately on August 1st, 2026. An aggressive domestic hike like that sends a crystal clear signal to the entire localized market. The floor is officially being raised. Now, anyone familiar with the Indian market knows the monsoon season. Usually, buyers expect softer prices and a general slowdown in trading, right? But right now, the market is completely bucking that trend. Prices are moving upward, buying activity is surging right through the rain. Turns out, you need an umbrella for the rising prices right now, not just the weather. If you are sitting around waiting for that usual monsoon softness, well, that strategy is officially obsolete. Which brings us to Section 3, the official purchase recommendation. The absolutely crucial point here is understanding the push and pull factors. It's a simple but honestly pretty brutal equation for buyers right now. First, Chinese suppliers hiked their export prices by at least $20 per metric ton. That's the push. Now, combine that with the pull of a weak Indian rupee. What happens when you mix higher export prices with a weaker local currency? You get significantly higher landed import costs. And when those import costs shoot up, it hands local producers a massive window of opportunity to push their own exports prices even higher. The ceiling is basically being lifted from the outside in. So, based on all these impending cost escalations, here is the official executive recommendation from Polymer Bazaar. They, quote, strongly prescribe procuring at current levels, end quote. This isn't just a friendly suggestion. This is a data-driven, urgent warning to advance your procurement plans immediately. Because honestly, Every single day you wait, that floor price keeps rising.
All right, Section 4, Real-Time Market Predictions.
If you want to stay ahead of this crazy volatility and get these weekly reports directly to your phone, check this out. Polymer Bazaar has an instant AI chatbot. All you have to do is open WhatsApp, type the keyword prediction or PVC, and send it to +91 93746 24365. You'll get automated market updates back in literally 5 seconds. It is, no joke, like having a market analyst right in your pocket.
And for those of you who really want to dig into the details, here are your final actionable steps. Head over to polymerbazaar.com to download the full comprehensive PDF report. If you need to actually speak to someone to map out your strategy, call their general team at +91 93754 24365. Or if you're in the trenches actively buying or selling PVC right now and you need an RM, call +91 95108 24365. Oh, and make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on these updates. We'll leave it there for today with one final thought. We've seen the data. We know local producers are actively gearing up to push prices even higher. So, with all that in mind, is your procurement strategy actually ready for the shift? You've got the intelligence, now it's time to execute. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next update.